Hey, good morning from the office. Monday morning, 8 a.m. here on the East Coast. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live morning show. I want to start out first of all. North Georgia, Gilmer County is mourning the loss of Larry Walker. Larry, middle school, Gilmer County Middle School principal here. Tragic tractor accident Saturday night resulting in his death. So our thoughts and prayers are with all the kids. Larry's taught for years, principal. It's like everybody knows the guy. And, it's been a long time since we have had that many comments on either our Facebook page about something or our website, fetchernews.com. And we put up yesterday, we put up just the notification of what had taken place. And we had to approve comments all day long. And not a negative word, nothing but the kindest words about Larry. And we know the teachers, the other administrators, superintendent, and all the staff, and especially the children. I mean, this is the children. This is going to be tough on them this week. So our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody at Gilmer County Charter School System, the children, the friends of Larry, the whole community. All right. A lot of times I'm asked, is this Donald Trump's economy, Barack Obama's economy? And, I don't want to get into too deep, but we have to make sure as Republicans, and this is something that seems to be slipping as Republicans, because too many Republicans are waiting for the polling data. They're waiting for what polls, come in. What phrase, as they used to say on the radio, the phrase that pays. They're waiting to see data without sticking firm, no matter what the data says when it comes in, just sticking firm to the main Republican is supposed to stand for. Republicans, you're supposed to stand for government getting out of the way to allow room for a solution. Government is not the solution. That's that simple. If you can't remember that sentence as a Republican, I'm telling you, write it down. Government getting out of the way to allow for a solution. Government is not the solution. Period. And that itself, that one sentence, is what Donald Trump, the President of the United States, has done. He's doing every day getting the government out of the way so the economy can flourish. So there you go. Every time I turn around, somebody's asking me, is this Donald Trump's economy? Barack Obama's economy was the government. Okay, so, all right. Where do we take off on this plane? Where do we go from here? First of all, this is not news. It's just not news. It is amazing these networks are actually running with this. I will tell you now, today we have to be so sensitive because it is, as the media would lead you to believe, it is the suburban white women that will make the decision in the midterm elections. Suburban white women. So let's see. They found a suburban white woman, Democrat, professor, just in time to put this person in place. Suburban white women. I told you so. I don't even have to wait till Election Day. I told you this would absolutely be the nastiest election. Put up number 57 if you have it. If you don't, it's okay. I know I sent you. Folks, yes, if I send you 57, there's a lot of picks. Okay. CNN. Ford struggled before coming forward. There she is, Kavanaugh accuser. Ford struggled before coming forward. See that? 4:03 a.m. if you can't see it in the corner. That's what they led with this morning at 4:03. I said, what are they going to start this whole day with? Now, I want to tell you, I'll show you in a minute, Fox, MSNBC, and CNN all started their broadcast with this right here. Now, I would not, at FetcherNews.com, now this is an opinion show. This is my opinion for 2 hours. But FetcherNews.com would not run this story if you brought it to us. If you brought me this story and it's 35 years old, and the accusation is Brett Kavanaugh jumped on you at a party in high school, I would say we're not interested in the story. But guess what? Washington Post, interested in the story. CNN, Fox News, ABC, CBS, MSN, they're all interested in the story. They never went to high school. So I want to show you this. I want to show you this. Now, the Anita Hill, this is the old pubic hair on the Coke can. And for you young people out there, if I have any young viewers, you remember Clarence Thomas, they found Anita Hill, a law clerk, that she went to take a drink out of her Coke. There was a pubic hair on there. Oh, it was disgusting. Disgusting. Now, I want to show you something, America, because I'm going to take a guess that suburban white women are not prepared, or they do not want to see this happen. And let me find my picture there. I think I have it somewhere here, Josh. I have it here somewhere. Hold on just a minute. Maybe I didn't send it over. Let's see, where am I at here? Send me, put me up picture. I know I'd have it here somewhere. Boy, I tell you what, this is what happens when I send all these pictures over. Maybe I made a mistake sending all these pictures over. I could have sworn that yeah, I guess I didn't. Well, I thought I sent one over Kavanaugh's family, and maybe I did not. So we'll look that up in a minute. So I think I'm missing. That might be number 30. Could you do me a favor in there? Find me a picture. Put in Brett Kavanaugh's family and see if you can find me a picture of his family. All right, I sent one. I sent one over, and when you get it, just go ahead and put it up there. But anyhow, folks, we have, and I want to go through here. We have Brett Kavanaugh, 2 days. The hearing is over. Okay, we've listened to Cory Booker. All right, we've listened to Cory Booker. This lady here, Ford. Okay, and we're gonna run through some pictures here in a minute, Josh. And this is the. Let's go with 62. Let's go with 63. All right, 63. Very first picture there, very first statement on CNN, Kavanaugh nomination in jeopardy at 4 a.m. this morning. Okay, let's go Fox there. Let's go with number 65. Okay, this is Dianne Feinstein of California. I support Ms. Ford's decision to share her story, and now that she has, it is in the hands of the FBI to conduct an investigation. This should happen before the Senate moves forward on the nomination. Now, America, I will have to keep reminding you, we're talking about a lady that is a professor. I forget, I'll pull up the article. She's a professor out in California. She is a Democrat, okay? Democrat donor. She claims that at a high school party, a drunken Brett Kavanaugh, okay, pushed her into a room and jumped on her. She said she was in fear for her life at a high school party 35 years ago. Now, keep in mind, okay, let's go to, just to show you, Fox is in on it, folks. I'm sorry for all of you people that think that Fox is not, and where I told you earlier that, I told you this would be the dirtiest political season you've ever experienced. Trust me. Go to number 66. Okay? Accuser reveals herself in Washington Post article. So what I'm showing you right now is all of the networks that are in on it. Okay? Where these networks should turn it down. They shouldn't even run it. It should not be brought to them. Okay? Let's go to number 61. All right, 61 here. There is Lisa Murkowski. Some GOP senators concerned about Kavanaugh. Okay, CNN chasing her at 4 o'clock this morning through an airport. This is what they ran with. Some GOP senator, Lisa Murkowski, thinks she needs to be heard out. Here you go. Let's go to number 60. Okay, some GOP. All right. Kavanaugh's accusations, some GOP senators concerned about Kavanaugh raising questions after high court nominee accuser steps forward. That's at 4 o'clock. Boom, they are blasting this out. Now, my hope is America has not lost their mind. My hope is America is laughing. My hope is America is looking at these networks and saying, okay, so what you're telling me is 35 years ago, allegedly at a high school party, this boy touched this girl? Okay, what are you telling me here? What happened? Did she survive? Because it looks like she went on to graduate high school. Did she survive? Because it looks like she went on to get her education. She's a professor in a college. Did she survive? It looks like she got married. Here's what happened, folks, okay? They were going to marriage counseling. They were going to couples counseling, her and her husband. And somehow this story came up. Now the husband remembers her saying Kavanaugh at the couples counseling. But the records never name him in the psychiatrist or counselor's records never name Kavanaugh. So here's Corker and Flake. And Flake is on judiciary. And Flake wants to hold it up. Here's what could happen. The judiciary is 11-10. 11-10, folks. Republican. This jackass is on judiciary. He says he just don't know how this could go forward without hearing this person out. Why, Jeff Flake says we've got to hear this person out. We just can't move forward. This needs to stop right now. So if Chuck Grassley, the chairman of judiciary, goes forward, it could be 11-10 the other way. Now, I want you guys to know out there, it's probably never happened. It's probably first in history, but that does not mean that Mitch McConnell can't bring it to the floor for a vote. Trust me, we need to go forward. Committee is a recommendation, right? Recommendation. Remember, okay, they were talking about the first Secretary of State or whatever that may come out to the floor for a vote where the committee did not approve. The committee comes out and recommends. They say, we have vetted this person. We've gone through everything. Here we go. We recommend his confirmation. That's it. It is up to Mitch McConnell to bring the vote to the floor. So no matter what happens this week with jackass Flake out here in Arizona, okay, no matter with little Bobby Corker, And the whack job Murkowski and Collins, no matter what happens. Remember last week there's a group that has put up a FundMe page to fund Collins, okay? To fund Collins' opponent in Maine. Where's she at? Maine? In Maine, if she votes yes on Kavanaugh. But that's going to go up, right? So don't forget, push forward. What you need to do is you need to call your senator, David Perdue, Johnny Isakson, and you say you demand that Brett Kavanaugh be brought to a vote this week in the Senate. And then you call Chuck Grassley's office, get off your ass and call Chuck Grassley's office, okay? And you call every one of the Republicans on the Judiciary Committee. Well, I don't know how to find them. Google it, damn it. Just Google it. Judiciary Committee, and then get the Washington, D.C. switchboard and say, put me through, okay? And if a senator says, well, you're not in my state, well, then say, damn it, quit being a national politician, because all senators, every one of them, think they have a national platform, okay, not to represent their state. But anyhow, let's see, I got sidetracked there, did I not? Call everyone on the judicial, call 3 friends first. And say, you got to do this now. All right? And you call everyone on the judicial committee there in the Senate, okay, that are Republicans, and you tell them you want this nomination brought to the floor, period. Okay? And you don't give a rat's whatever about what Flake and little Bobby Corker. Now, let's go to number 59. Number 59. There you go. Some GOP senators concerned about Kavanaugh, and here's a picture of these. This is Chuck Schumer, but they keep that underneath there. This is Chuck Schumer and Dianne Feinstein. Now, Dianne Feinstein got this just in time. It ended. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you get one of his family? Can you put that up? This is this man and his family. This is Brett Kavanaugh and his family, his 2 little girls and his wife. They already had to be removed from the hearings. These kids and the wife could not sit through the hearings because you had Carmela Harris, whack job, and Spartacus's ass asking the stupidest things in the world. All right? Just ridiculous. And you had a freak show out there. As Kennedy, Senator Kennedy from Louisiana said, is a freak show. Senator Kennedy from Louisiana said the only thing we were missing was genitalia-shaped headgear. We know what those were, right? Anyhow, this is this man's family. There's 65 women or something that have penned a letter or signed a letter saying they've known this guy since high school. They've worked with him his whole entire career. No one else from the school. Now, I'll get to her in a minute, okay? So, do you realize $1 billion worth of media outlets actually are considering this a news story? And then you have these jackass senators saying, well, we must hear her out. What the hell? Why do we have to hear her out? Why? So you can manipulate the outcome of an election? The hell with the Russians. I'm so damn tired of hearing the Russians are trying to manipulate the outcome of our election. I wish Americans would get off their ass and realize who the true people are that are trying to manipulate the outcome of our elections. That is the media. The media is doing everything. If you chronologically, I don't have the staff, but you chronologically take from McCain's damn funeral, okay? Take that Saturday that they were all backslapping and loving each other because of the partisan kumbaya send-off for John McCain's ass, okay? And you take that and you go into Tuesday morning, Wednesday, Thursday, right up to today, and you watch the lineup of what they're trying to do to manipulate this election. God, I hope they don't monkey it up. Oh, my God, that was very racist, wasn't it? Okay, slow down, slow down. Just talking to myself, it won't hurt, folks. All right, there's Feinstein. There's his family, right? Anita Hill moment, right? I think Anita was single at that time. Really? You're going to put this family through this, right? Chuck Grassley, you jackasses, get a little bit of all right? Grow a set and move forward and say to hell with this joke that the Democrats, because Americans think you are bonkers, you're crazy as hell. You're going to put this family through this? Hell no. You don't put this family through this. Can you see this woman up there that makes this accusation and Spartacus doing the questioning? Oh, hell. Well, allegedly, some people think there's a closet I'm in. I may come out one day, may not. I think it's absolutely disgusting a man jumped on you. Tell us more. All right? And could you hear Carmela Harris, national TV? Where did he touch you? And what else did he do? Are you sure he didn't touch you here, there, everywhere? Has he touched you before? What really happened? What took place? I'm serious. You looking at me? Don't look at me. These people are whack jobs. They're crazy as hell. You really want to give these people an opportunity to question this woman for something that happened that 80s? Hell, I'll show you in a minute. You really do look at this family. You're really going to do this? This is whack job material. Totally whack job. I mean, the words I would like to say. All right, here's another one, CNN. Let's go to number 58. I'm going to roll through. I just want you to see how bizarre and whacked out the media is. There's number 58. Let's go to 57. I might have already put that up. Ford struggled before coming forward. Let's go to 56. Okay, breaking news. This is breaking news, folks. That reminds me. Have you seen that Trump's murder rate has gone up? Did you see that? He murdered 3,000 in Puerto Rico, and now he's murdering them left and right on the coast. I think he's up to 18. Oh, these damn people have gone crazy. I can't believe these people have gone so damn crazy. I sure hope America is not falling for this garbage and will not allow these people to be in charge. I hope every talk show and everybody is exposing who would actually be in charge. I hope Republicans grow a set and say, do you realize who would be in charge? I think every Republican candidate should say, hey, did you attend a party in the 80s in high school in the 11th grade? Oh, this is Casey Hunt. Look at her face. Kavanaugh's accuser comes forward in Washington Post. GOP Senator Flake, we can't vote until we hear more. We must hear more. I want to know if there was punch at the party. I want to know what else happened. I want to know what got this guy so looped. A little purple Jesus, little PJ, somebody spiked the punch. I got the numbers. I want to be nice about this, but my odds are Kavanaugh was a real nerd, okay? He couldn't have found his way around a one piece if he tried, all right? Because if this guy is going through Harvard and all these places, usually they're very busy doing their homework. It's a guy like me you got to worry about at the high school party, not Kavanaugh. Sorry, I know I should never have said that. I need to back that up. Breaking news. This is Casey Hunt. Breaking news, okay? Now, I want to get to this one right here. Go to number 54. And I just went through and I said, how are they going to react? 54. Breaking news. All right. Who do you have here? Lisa Murkowski, Heidi Heitkamp up there in North Dakota, and Grandma Susan Collins up in Maine. How will these white women react? Well, white men judging white men, white men, white men, white men. Oh, God. Look at these three women. How will they react? Kavanaugh accuser comes forward. How will these three women, that's what they're doing. They're pushing this narrative, Murkowski. And if they bring this woman, Ford is her name, if they bring her to the floor, how will the white men treat her? Will they attack her? Because you can't attack an accuser. Okay, now this one got me. And I watched to see if this narrative is playing out. Let's go with number 53. So last night I thought, well, you know what? Oh, well, no, this morning about 3:30, I thought, well, you know what? Let's see what that Casey Hunt does. So I watched her show from Sunday night. I want to see how she handled Sunday night. So this is Emma Brown, the Washington Post reporter that broke the story. Okay? This is her. Here's what got me. Sexual predator. It's been said. Sexual predator. It's being implied that just because there's an accusation at a high school party, okay, that Brett Kavanaugh jumped on this girl that's wearing a one-piece bathing suit with clothing over it, tried to rip it off, covered her mouth until the other guy jumped on top of him and knocked him off, and she ran away. There's an 80s teen high school party movie, right? So I've heard sexual predator. Seriously, predator. And I've heard right on this show right here, Casey Hunt, last night on Sunday night, that sexual predator, you need time to see if anybody else comes forward. That will be the accusation, or that will be the narrative. Well, we need to have time to see, like in Roy Moore's case in Alabama, we need to have time to see how many more come forward. What they're saying is the Democrats, I want to see who paid this lady. I swear to God, I want to see the payoff for this Democrat donor that is a liberal out in California that came forward that is making this accusation. I want to see now the Democrats will pay somebody else. All right? So get ready, there'll be a second. There'll be a second if, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. There'll be a second accuser because they've already said sexual predator. Okay, we'll get to some more of these in a minute. I want to get past something else. I want to go to 48. This was on 48, is on Casey Hunt. Last night, GOP Senator Jeff Flake. We can't vote until we hear more from Kavanaugh. This is Hunt. And the woman, and I want to tell you now, not the woman that broke the story. I forget her name. She's all the way over here in the far red. She is the one that called him a sexual predator. Let's go to number 47. Okay. 47, senators calling for delay of Kavanaugh. This is MSNBC this morning. Kavanaugh's confirmation. Feinstein, Schumer, Doug Jones from Alabama. Now, Doug Jones, you need to be careful, okay, because you backed your ass into the Senate seat in Alabama, and you can just pull yourself forward right out of it very quickly if you go against Judge Kavanaugh. Senator Sherrod Whitehouse from Rhode Island. He's such a jackass. Senator Jeff Flake. All right. Richard Blumenthal, the Vietnam vet that never, well, let's not go there. Senator Mazie Hirono. All right. And there's Spartacus. Senator Cory Booker and Carmela Harris. Could you see Spartacus and Carmela Harris and asking Kavanaugh, why did you touch her? This did not come through very clear, but let's go to 46. Who is Kavanaugh's accuser? Christine Baisley Ford. This is from CNN. 51 years old, lives in Northern California, research psychologist and professor at Palo Alto University. Hasn't knowingly seen Kavanaugh since alleged attack. You're not even Facebook friends. Why didn't you connect on Facebook? Hasn't seen him since the attack. It's been 35 years since I've seen you, Brett. Remember that night you jumped on my ass? I'm sorry. I can see the way this is going, and it's nonstop. I'm going to do 2 hours of this. First, recounting alleged accident in couples therapy in 2002. They went to couples therapy. Why are they in couples therapy? She hasn't seen this guy in 35 years. He's not a problem. It's not like he's popping up like the It Clown, the Stephen King It Clown every once in a while, like, it's not happening, right? So in 2012, her and her husband having problems to go to therapy, and she says, I don't know. Maybe it's when Brett jumped on me. A guy in high school jumped on me. It was 4 to 5 years before it ravished me 4 to 5 years, it just disrupted my whole life. I don't know, you made it through college, you're a professor at a university, you become a paid, full-fledged whack job. It didn't stop you. And then it was years before I could have a normal relationship with a man. Why? Oh my God. So before I go there, I got a lot more. I'm going through because I'm hoping that America is laughing, and I want to show you what these networks are doing. I won't get to others, but I want to tell you something. Now, here's just a couple of things. We found Kavanaugh at the party. We found him. We figured, you know, if we Google enough, we can find Kavanaugh at the party, and here he is, number 32. We found the picture that proves that Kavanaugh was at the party that night, number 32. You don't have a 32. I sent you an email all by itself. It said 32 because you remember you said you didn't have it. That's okay, buddy. That's okay. So teen movies is a thing of the past. Let's see. Just tell me when you have it there. I want to go to commercial, but that's my closer because we found Kavanaugh. I sent Josh the picture. Just take a second. I sent Josh the picture there. I sent him 70 pictures, folks, so don't give the guy a hard time. And but we want to show everybody where we found Brett Kavanaugh, and almost there. Okay, folks, we're going to show you the picture. Then we're going to take a brief break, and then we're going to come back. We've got a lot more going on today. We've got the governor. Oh, you got it? All right, there he is. There's Kavanaugh at the party. There he is. That's Kavanaugh the Tank. Isn't that Hank the Tank or whatever his name was? An old school. There he is. He's at the party. We can see it going down. Teen movies. Am I seriously talking about this? I don't know. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. Governor Dathan Deal, wait a minute, has appointed Charlie Bethel to the State Supreme Court, moved Christian Comer to the appeals court. Where's that leave David Ralston? Just saying. Stay with me. You want to hear this. Take us a break.